Imagine waking up. No light. Anywhere. You try to lift your arm. It hits something hard. 6 inches above your face. You try to turn your body. You can't. You open your mouth to scream, and the air that comes back is already warm, already used. This is what being buried alive actually feels like. And in the next 8 minutes, you are going to feel every second of it. Second 0. The lid closes, and your brain receives a signal it has never received before in your entire life. Total confinement, no exit, no escape, and it does not handle it calmly. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, fires every alarm at once. Your heart rate doubles in under 10 seconds. Your muscles contract. Your hands slam against the lid, and you start screaming. And here's the part nobody tells you. Screaming is the worst thing you can do. Every scream burns through oxygen at 4 times the normal rate. Every scream is cutting minutes, real minutes, off the time you have left. Your survival instinct is literally killing you faster, and you cannot stop it, because that's what panic does. It overrides everything. A standard coffin holds about 900 liters of air. A calm, still human uses roughly 550 liters per hour. Do the math? You have 5 hours. If you're screaming, you have less than 60 minutes. 60 minutes. That's the difference between surviving this and not. And it all comes down to one thing your brain is fighting against right now. The people who survived being buried alive, and they exist more than you'd think, almost all of them describe the same moment. A point where they stopped fighting. Not because they gave up, because they made a decision. Slow. The breathing down. 1 breath every 4 seconds, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Every single slow breath was buying time. Every fast breath was spending it. Your body is a machine right now, and machines don't panic, they calculate. So imagine you've done it. You've slowed your breathing. The screaming has stopped. Your heart rate is dropping from 180 back towards something human. You have bought yourself time. And now, a new problem arrives. One you cannot breathe your way out of. You can't see it. You can't smell it. But it's already in every breath you take. And in about 10 more minutes, you're going to start feeling it. In your throat, in your chest, like breathing fire. Every breath you exhale fills your small space with carbon dioxide, CO2. And here's what most people don't know. CO2 doesn't just make you sleepy, it burns. At elevated levels, it triggers a physical burning sensation in your lungs and throat that feels exactly like drowning in air. And here's the truly terrifying part. Your brain doesn't interpret rising CO2 as I'm running out of oxygen. It interprets it as I am suffocating right now, which triggers a second wave of panic, worse than the first one, after you already burned through the energy to survive the first one. Headaches begin. Your vision starts to tunnel at the edges. Your judgment starts to fail. At around 5% CO2 concentration, which happens faster than you think in a sealed wooden box, you start making irrational decisions. People have been found with their fingernails worn down to bone, trying to scratch through solid wood with their bare hands. But scratching at the lid is exactly the wrong move, and the people who made it out knew that, because there is a way out. It requires something almost superhuman right now, but it works, and I'll show you exactly what it is. But first, something else happens around the 30-minute mark that nobody talks about. Complete darkness, complete silence, complete stillness. Your brain was not built for this. After 20 to 30 minutes of total sensory deprivation, it starts generating its own input, because your brain would rather create a false reality than accept that reality is just a wooden box. Hallucinations begin, not vague shadows, vivid, detailed hallucinations, lights, voices. Some people hear their own name being called from somewhere above them. Some see faces they recognize floating in the darkness. One survivor described hearing his mother's voice telling him dinner was ready. And then time dissolves. What feels like 10 minutes could be 3 hours. What feels like a lifetime could be 20 minutes. Your sense of time, one of the most fundamental anchors of the human mind, is completely gone. You have no idea if rescue is 5 minutes away or if it's been 2 days. And that uncertainty, that total loss of any reference point, might be the single most psychologically destructive part of all of this. Okay. You've held on. You've slowed your breathing. You've survived the CO2 wave. You've kept your mind together through the hallucinations. Now, it is time to get out. Here is exactly what to do, step by step. This is the part that actually works. Step 1, your shirt. Pull it off and tie it tightly around your face. This filters the soil that's about to fall on you. Don't skip this. People have suffocated in their own escape attempt because soil filled their airways before they reached the surface. Step 2, both feet. Not your hands, your feet. Kick the center of the lid. That's the weakest point. Kick until it cracks. The soil will start to fall in. Do not panic. This is supposed to happen. Step 3, and this is the one most people get wrong. Dig diagonally, not straight up. If you dig straight up, the soil falls directly onto your face and you suffocate in the escape tunnel you dug yourself. Diagonal gives you leverage. Diagonal lets you breathe. Push the soil down and to the sides of your body as you rise. In 1915, a woman named Essie Dunbar was pronounced dead and buried. The next day, her sister demanded the coffin be opened. Essie sat up. She had survived an entire night underground. She lived for another 47 years. She didn't know any of this. She survived on instinct alone. Imagine what you could do, knowing what you know now. Now here's the question you should actually be asking. Why did this happen to so many people? How was Essie Dunbar buried while she was still alive? Because for most of human history, we had almost no reliable way to tell if someone was actually dead. Premature burial was so common in the 18th and 19th centuries that it created an entire industry. Safety coffins, with bells, breathing tubes, and ropes attached, were patented across Europe. People left instructions in their wills demanding their hearts be pierced before burial. The fear wasn't irrational. It was based on real documented cases happening to real people. And the phrase, "saved by the bell"? Some historians believe it came directly from this practice. A bell attached to a string attached to the hand of the buried, just in case. We solved the problem with modern medicine. But the fear? The primal dread of enclosed spaces, of darkness, of running out of air? Your brain never forgot. Because for thousands of years, that fear kept people alive. So the next time you feel claustrophobic in an elevator, that's not weakness. That's memory. If this changed how you think about your own mind and body, that's what this channel is for. Subscribe. Every week we go somewhere the science gets genuinely disturbing. See you in the next one.